But look, it's Friday. It's Friday. We got to get to the Blazing 5, which is sponsored by Chili's. 3 for $10 to go. Get a starter entree and Coke for just $10. Just order from the app, pull up a Chili's, and then take it home for a quick and easy score. Go to Chili's. 3 for $10 to go. Perfect play for the busy holidays and your hungry family. Let's get to the Blazing.
Let's blaze it up.
Fire it up.
It's Colin's Blazin' 5. Eagles and Redskins.
All right, let's start with the Eagles and the Redskins. The Eagles clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Vikings loss to the Bears. You can't control what happens with the Vikings, but you can't control what happens on the football field. Remember, this is first let's talk about the Redskins. It's a Redskins team which has been decimated by injuries. And then after the loss last week, DJ Swearinger, who is probably their best defensive back, he called out the defensive coordinator's play calling, and he got himself cut. So, in addition to injuries, they actually jettisoned one of their best defensive players the week before this game, and Josh Johnson's still their quarterback. Meanwhile, the Eagles have won 4 out of the last 5. They're actually scoring more points per game with Nick Foles as their quarterback as opposed to Carson Wentz. They seem to have figured things out. And look, the Eagles already beat the Redskins going back to week 13. I like the Eagles laying 6.5 points to win 24-6. You know, the Bengals were on a course to have statistically the worst defense in the history of the National Football League. In the history of the National Football League. So what they fired the defense coordinator, Marvin Lewis, who's a former defense coordinator with the Ravens, said, I'll call the defense plays. You know what? They haven't been terrible. Nearly beat the Chargers on the road. They've been much, much more competitive. Meanwhile, the Steelers can clinch the AFC North with a win and a Ravens loss to the Browns. Steelers have lost 4 of the last 5 games. Just look, when you're consistently inconsistent, you're just inconsistent for a reason. This is a Steelers team that has a tendency to play down to their competition. The Steelers have the 5th worst turnover differential of the season. Only the 49ers, who stink, the Buccaneers, who stink, the Jaguars, who stink, and the Cardinals, who stink, have a worse turnover differential than the Steelers. That's what's hurting them. And it's because Big Ben Roethlisberger's thrown 15 interceptions. Now, they should get healthy at running back. They should win the game. But this is a 14.5-point line at home. Steelers beat the Bengals in Week 7. This is with the old defensive coordinator for the Bengals. 28-21. I'll grant you, no Andy Dalton. So you're talking about Jeff Driscoll. But Jeff Driscoll, they're going to shorten the game. Steelers win by 10, 27-17. All right, Bears at Vikings. Vikings can clinch a playoff berth with a win or an Eagles loss. That means, again, must win. They're 4.5-point favorites. They won back-to-back games by 15-plus points. They start to figure out offensively. Their defense leads the league in sacks with 50 this season. And if they get a lead, expect the Bears to pack it in. The Bears, the most important stat in the NFL is what do you do on third down? Can you get off the field? And there's nobody better in the NFL than the Minnesota Vikings. Red zone TD percentage allowed, first. Sacks, first. That's better than the Bears. So do I think their offense lights it up? No. But they only have to win by 4.5 points or more. Mitch Trubisky has 1 or fewer touchdown passes in 4 of 5 road starts this season. So I don't think he throws a touchdown pass. I think they kick a couple field goals. I think the Vikings win 17-6. All right, the Broncos have lost 3 consecutive games. It feels like Vance Joseph is going to get fired. Philip Lindsay's had an amazing year, right? This year as an undrafted rookie. But, of course, injury has shortened his season. The Broncos beat the Chargers 23-22, and the real story of why the Chargers don't have the number 1 seed in the AFC. They just gave that one away. Chargers 6.5-point favorites. They still have to play to win, because if they win and somehow the Chiefs lose to the Oakland Raiders, then the Chargers get the number 1 seed in the AFC. Broncos come home off a Monday night loss. They're already beaten up. And Case Keenum isn't particularly good. Chargers offense is the 3rd most big plays in the NFL this season. They are playing to win. They will win on the road by more than 6.5 points. 23-9. Give it to the Bolts. All right, let's go to the Colts-Titans. Maybe the game of the week. Winner of this advances to the playoffs. Colts have won 8 out of 9. Andrew Luck, of course, as you know, 10-0 against the Titans. The Colts beat the Titans 38-10. It's not a great matchup for the Titans. Plus, Marcus Mariota, if he plays, is banged up. Otherwise, you're depending on Blaine Gabbert to win you the game. The Titans have the NFL's 29th ranked pass offense this year, and you're facing a very good run defense and third down offense of the Colts. Colts win 27-17 and crush the heart and mind of Clay Travis. And that's our Blazing 5, brought to you by the good folks at Chili's 3 for $10. There's your Blazing 5. It'll be up. It will live in infamy. We can only hope it matches up to the numbers of Colin Cowherd. Let's bring.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.